Have you ever replayed a moment later and realized you let something slide that didn't sit right? It wasn't dramatic, it wasn't openly hostile, it was small, almost invisible. And in the moment, it felt easier to ignore than to address. It starts with a minor signal. Someone cuts you off mid-sentence and doesn't circle back. Someone makes a dismissive joke at your expense and quickly moves on. Someone assigns you responsibility without asking, as if your agreement is assumed. None of it looks severe, that's why it works. Small disrespect survives because it hides inside normal interaction. What it feels like internally is subtle friction, a brief contraction, a flash of, "that wasn't right." But responding would create tension. So you regulate the situation instead, you adjust your tone, you laugh lightly. You continue as if nothing happened. That moment of self-adjustment becomes structural information. Hierarchy is not built through big conflicts. It is built through tolerated micro-violations. Each time a boundary is nudged without resistance, the social environment recalibrates your position. Not consciously, but consistently. Often the person doing it isn't calculating. Many boundary pushes are instinctive. People test for elasticity. They observe who absorbs pressure and who reflects it back. The one who smooths over discomfort becomes easier to move. Notice how repetition forms. The second interruption comes faster than the first. The second joke cuts slightly deeper. The tone grows more familiar, less careful. The system has learned that the cost is low. The content of the disrespect is rarely the main variable. The reaction is, do you rush to clarify? Do you overcompensate with friendliness? Do you explain yourself more thoroughly than necessary? When small signals of disregard go unexamined, they accumulate. Not loudly, quietly, a pattern forms. Others begin interacting with you through the lens of what you allow. Watch what changes when the internal contraction does not immediately convert into appeasement, when silence holds for a moment longer, when your pace does not speed up. The escalation often pauses because the feedback loop shifts. Disrespect is rarely about aggression. It is about calibration. Social systems constantly measure elasticity. And the smallest moments, the ones that feel too minor to matter, are often the ones that decide where you stand. Once you begin recognizing those micro-violations as structural signals rather than accidents, the pattern becomes difficult to unsee.